Through his binoculars, the man suddenly noticed something strange. On the snowy ground, not far away, eerie figures were slowly approaching. He instantly realized that those things were the legendary zombies. Terrified, he immediately shouted to alert the companions below, filling the entire camp with tension. Just as the men hurried to prepare their weapons, the horrifying horde of zombies was already closing in. Both teams still had time to retreat, but if they abandoned their food and supplies, what awaited them would be an even more ruthless crisis. The zombie horde was getting closer and closer, and there was hardly enough time left for the humans to fully prepare. Fortunately, they had already anticipated such a situation and had purchased weapons in advance. The captain even reassured everyone not to worry about future expenses, claiming he had won a special 2025 prize that would refill his wallet. Despite this, to prevent the gate from being breached by the zombies, everyone remained on high alert. All vehicles were gathered at this location, and once everything was ready, the zombie horde had already advanced to within 30 yards. Without hesitation, Chiang raised the machine gun. In the next second, the group was about to face the first wave of zombie attacks. The terrifying impact nearly broke through the defenses. To teach the zombies a lesson, Chiang immediately ordered his teammates to fight back with full force. Soon after, an all-out attack was launched. However, thick gas continued to pour out from a large pit nearby. Seeing that the timing was right, Chiang issued another command to move. One of the men struggled forward, shoved an obstacle aside, and jumped straight down into a metal frame ahead. The moment he landed, a violent explosion erupted with thunderous sounds. Chiang kept firing relentlessly at the zombie horde, but to his frustration, the zombies showed no fear. Instead, they charged forward even more fiercely, determined to break through at any cost. Seeing this, the team had no choice but to keep attacking, desperately reducing the zombies' numbers. Suddenly, the horde turned and sprinted wildly toward another direction. At first, Chiang was confused by this unexpected behavior, but when he followed and looked to the left, he was horrified to discover a far more terrifying creature emerging from among the zombies, a massive, mutated monster. It was clear that the fortress would soon be overwhelmed. As the monster led the attack, Chow rushed down to grab equipment from a teammate, planning to use a flamethrower to block the horde. But, in the blink of an eye, the monstrous zombie tore through the wooden gate with its overwhelming strength, allowing a flood of zombies to pour inside. Seeing the first defensive line collapse so easily, no one dared to hesitate. They immediately took control of the vehicles, determined to wipe out the zombie horde at all costs. As the zombies charged forward, two teammates briefly hesitated, but thinking of the group behind them, they chose to stand their ground. Chiang acted decisively and unleashed a fierce counterattack. Although the move was effective, disaster struck when a nearby teammate was accidentally hit. Now, only Chiang remained fighting on the front line, and even worse, the monstrous zombie had broken through as well. Even though teammates above continued firing at it, the monster's health seemed endless. Bullets were almost useless against it, and it kept pushing forward relentlessly. Realizing that if the monster advanced further, everyone would die, Chiang immediately rushed forward, drawing the monster's attention. Using this opportunity, he turned and ran, luring the creature to a remote area. The moment the monster appeared, he pulled the trigger and unleashed flames. But unexpectedly, the creature was highly resistant to heat and forced its way through the fire. With no other choice, Chiang continued fighting while his fuel rapidly ran out. Even then, the monster refused to fall. Just as Chiang prepared to accept what he thought was his inevitable end, the monster suddenly collapsed under its own momentum. To prevent any surprise, he quickly removed his equipment and retreated from the area. When he returned to the battlefield, most of the zombies had already been eliminated by his teammates. Without their leader, the remaining zombies were easily dealt with. As the final zombie fell, the group finally claimed victory in this brutal battle, successfully protecting their home and their families from the zombie threat.